You think you know cities like Paris, Istanbul, Rome, and London, right? You picture the famous landmarks, the museums, the palaces. But what if I told you that their most incredible, most jaw-dropping stories aren't up there in plain sight? Nope. They're buried deep underground, right under our feet. So, are you ready to go exploring? We're about to take a tour through the hidden underbelly of history. We're going to uncover forgotten empires, sunken palaces, and secret wartime bunkers that will show you a side of these cities you have absolutely never seen before. Our first stop, Paris, the city of light, the city of love. Well, we're diving right under those romantic streets to a place with a very different vibe, a place with a dark, profound history. It's literally a city built for the dead. Okay, let's set the scene. It's the 18th century, and Paris has a massive and kind of disgusting problem. Its cemeteries are completely full. I mean, they're literally overflowing, creating a huge public health crisis. Disease was spreading, something had to be done, and fast. So what was their solution? Well, the city officials came up with a plan that sounds like it was ripped straight out of a horror movie. They decided to dig up all the city's graves and move millions of skeletons to a new home, underground. And the scale of this whole thing is just, it's hard to wrap your head around. We're talking about the remains of over 6 million people. 6 million. Their bones were dug up from cemeteries all over the city and carted down into a sprawling network of ancient tunnels. This is the first thing you see when you enter the Paris catacombs. It's a chilling warning carved in stone that lets you know you are leaving the world of the living behind. You're now entering a silent underground kingdom. And the size of this place is just mind-boggling. This is not some small family crypt. We're talking about a 200-mile labyrinth of tunnels that were once old stone quarries. But now, the walls aren't stone anymore. They're meticulously and very macabrely lined with human bones and skulls. It's so vast and disorienting that going off the official path is absolutely forbidden. Because if you get lost down here, you might just become a permanent resident. All right, from a city of the dead, our journey now takes us to Istanbul. We're shifting from a world of bone to a world of water and of ancient, haunting mystery. Right below the noisy, bustling streets of modern Istanbul, there's this incredible relic from the old Byzantine Empire. It's an enormous, ancient underground water reservoir, but it is so massive, so architecturally stunning, that everybody knows it by its nickname, the Sunken Palace. And when you're down there, you immediately get why they call it a palace. It's this breathtaking underground hall held up by 336 giant marble columns that were actually salvaged from the ruins of even older temples. The air is cool and damp, and the only sound you hear is the constant, echoing drip of water. It is an incredibly mysterious and beautiful place. But the biggest mystery of the whole cistern is tucked away at the base of two of the pillars. Down there, you'll find two huge, masterfully carved heads of Medusa. You know, the Gorgon from Greek mythology. And their placement is very, very strange. So the big question is, why are they there and why is one on its side and the other one completely upside down? Well, historians have a couple of ideas. The practical, kind of boring theory is that they were just the right size to prop up the columns. But there's a much more interesting theory. It suggests that the Christian builders put them that way on purpose, to symbolically neutralize the power of this pagan icon's deadly petrifying gaze. From Istanbul, let's head over to Rome. You've probably heard the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, it's maybe more accurate to say it was built in layers, with each new city built directly on top of the old one. Honestly, the best way to think about Rome's history is to picture a lasagna. It's a city where each new empire, each new era, didn't really clear away the old stuff. They just built their new civilization directly on top of the ruins of the last one, creating these distinct historical layers that you can literally see today. Here's a perfect example of how that worked. The infamous Emperor Nero built this massive, ridiculously luxurious palace called the Golden House. But the emperors who came after him absolutely despised him. So to erase his memory, they did something incredible. They filled his entire palace with dirt and just built a new Rome right on top of it, accidentally preserving it perfectly for thousands of years. Nero's buried palace isn't the only secret world under Rome, though. Oh no, there's another, even more massive network of tunnels that tells a story of faith and persecution, the Christian catacombs. Being an early Christian in Rome was incredibly dangerous.
you were constantly at risk of persecution. So they took their faith underground. These catacombs became so much more than just burial places. They were secret sanctuaries. They were hidden churches where Christians could worship freely and find refuge from the violent world above. Okay, for our final stop, we're going to leap forward in time to the 20th century. We're off to London to uncover a hidden world built not to escape ancient persecution, but to survive the horrors of modern warfare. Imagine it's World War II during the Blitz. Bombs are raining down on London night after night. So where was Prime Minister Winston Churchill and his entire war cabinet? They weren't in a palace or some fancy office building. They were deep underground, running the entire war from a secret fortified bunker. The contrast here is just incredible to think about. On the streets above, London was burning, and ordinary people were fleeing for their lives into shelters. But just a few feet below them, a small group of people was safely directing the entire Allied war effort. Two completely different realities existing in the very same city at the exact same time. And this place was way more than just an office. It was a complete, self-sufficient world. It had its own sleeping quarters, kitchens, top-secret map rooms, and communication centers that connected Churchill directly to leaders all over the globe. The staff would live and work down here for weeks at a time without ever seeing the sun. And what is so amazing is that these war rooms have been perfectly preserved, like a time capsule from 1945. The maps are still on the walls, the phones are on the desk right next to ashtrays. It's as if everyone just got up and walked out the day the war ended, leaving everything exactly as it was. So what do all these hidden worlds really tell us? From the bone-lined tunnels of Paris to a secret wartime bunker under London, they show us this hidden side of human history. They reveal how we've always dealt with death, our timeless need for a safe place to hide, and our incredible enduring ingenuity to survive even the darkest times. Which leaves us with one final thought. From Paris to London, these huge capital cities have entire secret worlds hidden just beneath the pavement. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What amazing stories might be buried right under your own feet?